Hey everyone, hope you're having a beautiful Monday. Just got done meditating and I'm in a C43 AMG, chilling. And in this video, what I wanted to do is literally give a 4-step advice to people who want nice shit, things that aren't cheap, and people who don't want to wait until they're 40 to be able to drive a $60,000 car, a $100,000 car, a 400, $500,000 car, right? So I'll do it in 4-step. And before I do it, let's just put this thing in sport mode. Oh, it just goes crazy when you put it in sport mode. Jesus Christ. Oh my God. Let's go. Okay, so if you're like me and you like stuff that cost a lot of money, you really gotta play life differently, right? You cannot go the classic path of, oh, let me go get a degree, 10 years, let me become a doctor, and then one day I'll be able to drive a one day I'll be able to drive a C43 AMG or a C63 or whatever you want to drive, right? You've got to be able to like go through life way faster than other people, right? So if you're going to, if your life is going to have a lot of expenses, you need to figure out a way to be able to make a lot more money than the average person does really fast, right? So my number one step is, one, you need to figure out a way to, no, that wouldn't be the number one step. The number one step is understand that money is a tool. Money is not scarce. Like, money is literally created by people, right? Like someone, me and you, maybe 400 years ago. Like 500 years ago, maybe 5 guys sit down at the table and they were like, hey man, we need to figure out a way to do exchanges, right? I think that's where money came from, because people were making exchanges. Maybe like you had some rice and then I had some beans, and then we could trade rice for beans, but then money was created to be able to I don't know, I didn't create money, so I didn't read about that, but whatever. But money is a tool, right? So meaning it's not scarce. There's so much of it, so many, every place, right? Like, you'll never run out of money, right? So you have to change your mindset about money first, right? Because if you don't change it, then you'll always be scared of, like, oh my God, how can I get more of it, right? But when you start understanding that money is unlimited, then you start thinking differently, right? And then step 2, right? What I would tell you is invest in yourself. Invest in your knowledge. Invest, oh my God, like, I cannot repeat this enough, right? The money and actually the reason why I don't have this car yet, because I rented it, I didn't fucking buy it. That's stupid. The reason why I didn't decide on buying it, which I can't afford like maybe 20 times over, is because I'd rather take that $1,000 a month, that maybe $500 in insurance, and invest it in myself, right? Because when I do that, what happens is that instead of making a few 5 figures a month, few multiple 5 figures a month, I can go from making multiple 5 figures a month to making $100K a month, just because I decided to take $1,000 instead of investing it in a car, something that just is for fun and that just consumes the money, right? It has no ROI except for just smiling. Oh my God, like, there is no ROI in this. Like, you could buy a Ferrari tomorrow, but like, it doesn't give you anything in return except just for the fun of it, right? But what happens when you start investing in yourself is that you become an expert, right? You become an expert at something, right? And when you become an expert at something, you don't have to sell your time anymore, right? People will literally hand you money just to to be able to get the results that you get others, to be able to get the knowledge that you have. So then, so the traditional way is get a job, get paid hourly. But the issue with that is that, let's say you're getting paid even $100 an hour, right? And let's say you work 8 hours a day. That means that the most you can ever make is $800 a day, right? If you make $800 a day times 5 days, that's $4,000, right? $4,000 times 4, that's what? 16K? Yeah, I think that's 16K, right? Like with 16K, you can't get a 10K penthouse, right? So you're limited. Yes, you can get an AMG if you're making 16K a month, but like what? You're going to just settle for a car? That's stupid, right? So the way to do, just understand that even making $100 an hour, you won't get much of life, right? You can't go buy a house in Miami. You can't go, you're still limited, and you can only help yourself. But what you do is, instead of just selling your time, become an expert, right? And then instead of charging $100 an hour or getting paid $100 an hour, go charge companies $5K an hour, right? So then in a day, you could literally, if you work 8 hours a day and you make $5K an hour, then you do the math. That's, I think, like 40 bands, 40K a day. And I swear to God, people would be willing to pay you $40,000 a day if you can bring them enough value, right? So just, first, stop thinking that money is scarce. If you're getting paid hourly, figure out a way to take that paycheck, take 20% of the paycheck, reinvest it in yourself, go buy a course if you need. Maybe some courses. I can literally figure out courses that are best for you, that suit you best. I can refer you to some courses, and then invest in yourself. Become an expert at something. It's 2021. You have the internet. You can sell yourself so easily, right? Instead of posting your butt or your outfit, sell your expertise, market yourself, right? And the last thing is that once your income isn't related to your time, right? Because at some point it won't be, right? If you become an expert and you can even package your expertise in a course, right? So oh my God. So once you package it in a course, you could literally sell it to 1 million people, right? And then it's literally productized. You don't need to spend. You can just spend on Facebook ad and all that good stuff. But once you have all that, then life becomes limitless. You just start vibrating at a different frequency, right? It's like right now I'm driving. It's 9:15, right? But I have employees that are starting to work right now, right? So the business is rolling without me, and that's the beauty. But when I first started out, I did not it's been less than a year that I've been in business, right? But it's just so magnificent. It's like I cannot explain it, guys. It's just why settle for fucking less, man? Oh my God. But anyway, I need to get home. I'm giving this car back because I haven't worked in 4 days. But I promise you, if you realize that money is just a tool and that you can get more of it, and you just start investing in yourself, become better, become smarter in your niche, in your industry, I promise you that even if you can bring me money, I'll pay you. It's forget even other people. If you can figure out a way to make me 10K and you want to join my team, I'll give you 5 bands cash, right? So it's how much value can you bring to the world, right? If you can bring value to me, I'll give you the 5K a month. I'll give you everything, right? But before that happens, you've actually got to put money in yourself first, right? I'll not invest in you before you invest in yourself. That's 100%. Because you've got to take a risk, right? Before I take a risk on you, right? But I promise you that if you can just reinvest everything and understand how the economy works and understand that there's no limits to anything, then that's how you get the dream of your life. But you know, maybe 10 years from now, you'll get everything. Maybe I don't know what I'm talking about, but hopefully I do. But yeah, don't buy these cars though. Invest in yourself before you even start thinking of buying cars like this. This is stupid. I literally spent like $300 in, maybe not 300, maybe like $200 in 48 hours in gas, right? It's fucking insane. So it's just a distraction. I wouldn't be able to do the kind of work that I do if I had this kind of car. But although I'll still fucking get it, you know, shit. I mean, what is life for if it's not meant to be lived, you know? And that's another thing. It's like, you're not born here to slave around. You're here to thrive, to experience life, you know? Everything is made out of the same thing, right? Like, life is not, it's not a straight path. It's just like a fucking, it's like just something that it's like a big circle that you literally create everything that you want, you know? But you've got to think from a creator's perspective, right? You cannot be like, oh, my parents told me to do this, so I'll do this, and then I'll do this, and then I'll die. No, fuck no, you know? Why not fucking go help a billion people? Why not thrive? Why not get a fucking jet? Why not bring your friends on a fucking jet, you know? Why not create a company, employ all your friends, and whenever they want to take a break, and whenever you guys want to take a trip, they don't have to be like, oh, but I work today, I can't take a day off. Fuck no. Let's go. We can take a break from the company. We'll tell clients that we're taking 4 days off, you know? And that's the life that I want to live. I don't fucking want to live in fucking limitations. There is no limits. Literally, the same thing that make up this car makes up the whole world, right? It's like the atoms that make up everything. It's like, that's what people don't get. It's like everything is made out of the same fucking thing, guys. Like, go learn about the environment. Go learn about the universe, right? And get everything you want. Fuck it. Let's go.